Hello everyone, my name is Lanso90 and welcome back to Let's Play Kerbal Space Program. So I'm readjusting these so they're on the vertical axis. I think that will keep them from freaking out quite so much. There's all that jiggling, but I don't really know what I can do about that. When you have boosters, it's easy to deal with the jiggling because you can just space tape them onto the side, but this thing is pretty much straight all the way up. In fact, it's a little bit phallic shaped, but we won't talk about that. So let's give this thing a go, see if I can get it where it needs to go. Like I said, I gotta get used to these larger parts. Okay, we don't need full thrust. Actually, at the very start, we want full thrust because we want to get off the launch pad. In fact, we fall a little bit because the engine's actually a little bit realistic where it has to charge up first, which I don't always remember to fix the thingamabob. And we still have that alligator jiggling fever. Really don't know what to do about that. Something to do with the SAS, I know, but flying without SAS is kind of hard. With overhauled physics engines, at least, or overhauled atmospheric engines. Should have done that gravity turn a little bit sooner. Back a little bit. We're going so fast that I kind of have the opposite problem that I normally have, which is what we're way over our mark, actually. Way into space already. Normally the problem is your velocity vector goes down that way. That time it was going that way. This rocket probably would be more efficient with like 2 or 3 of the smaller engine thrusting it up. That's a change I'll make for the next version, which will be the Titan 2, which is the actual make and model of Titan that brought us through the Gemini program. The heck was the rocket during the Mercury program? Is it really just a Mercury rocket? Mercury's the capsule, though. I guess the capsules were called Liberty. So I guess it could have been a Mercury rocket. I know the very first one or two were Redstone rockets, but autopropellant. Excuse me? Monopropellant. What? Why is this thing a monopropellant engine? That's not right. This thing has never been a monopropellant engine. They just changed that on me? Or my game bug out of some kind. Well, I don't think we would have had that mistake. I don't think that would have happened if we were a real space program, so I'm going to write that one off and try again. What? Why are you a monopropellant engine? What? Did they like turn the ISP up on this so that you can... No. Also, why is there 3 ASL, vacuum, and peak? Pardon? That's extremely heavy, though. Why would I want to take that? Seriously, it wants me to put this onto that stage? It's way too much thrust. I don't want that. Why did you pull that on me, game? Or actually, it's KW Rocketry specifically. KW Rocketry did this to me. This one has 390, but it's heavier, and that's not quite as much. You don't run on monopropellant, do you? It's the bigger one. Yeah, this one. You use oxidizer and fuel like a sane engine would. I guess the liquid poodle is also an option, but it's not. It's a bit gross. I guess we're launching with this. This is, I don't like that KW Rocketry. Oh. Why is it small out here and then... Oh, it's because it's far away for some reason. Why is it doing that? It's kind of strange. Seriously, KW? Why? That's really dumb. I have to say. Well, I mean, it has 400 ISP, so if they have a really light monopropellant tank or a really big one, see, they don't have them at very 800 monopropellant versus how much in a similar size. Well, maybe I just use a monopropellant engine. Uses 21 per second versus like this uses guess I can. How much heavier is a monopropellant? I thought it's really heavy. Actually, a bit lighter. Yeah, that's why they did it, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Not sure if I'm down to clown with that. Well, this gives us the opportunity to adjust this engine. So that one had 1,400 thrust, which seems like too much. So 2 of these might work. That's 10 mass, though, which is a bit crazy. 700 or 370. What other engines do I got here? Well, I think a 4-way stack adapter. Weighs 0.2. Big. Let's see, 4 times 200 is 800. 4 times 3 is... it's like 900 or so thrust if I put 4 of those on. ISP of 370, is that better than just one of these? Is, but weight-wise, 4 of these adds up to 6. I think 4 of these will work. I don't know. Again, since it's an untested engine setup, I imagine they'd run the simulation first before they actually launch this thing. So if this doesn't work, it's fine. Everything's fine. We'll just revert to Launchpad like it. I think it's enough. It should be like, it's really like corner cutting close amount of thrust here. This needs to get moved up to here. Yeah, sounds right. Alright. Wait a minute. Okay, I think it's fine. It's fine, everything's fine. Stop. Launch. It's accelerating slower, which is something that I expected. It's roughly the same amount of weight. Oh god, they overheat. Oh, that's a little bit of an issue. Maybe they'll chill the fuck out. It's not accelerating nearly as fast, but we're accelerating too fast before anyway. So the engines don't overheat, that's kind of an issue. But yeah, between going too fast and these have a little bit more ISP. Oh, slide slipped a little bit there. These should technically be quite a bit more efficient. If not quite a bit, at least somewhat more efficient. I need to stick Kerbal Engineer on these things, so I don't need to do that. But I always do forget to stick them on there. How are we? Pretty good, so throttle down. Still have like a fourth of our fuel left. I don't know exactly how that compares to how much fuel we had last time, but I'm fairly certain it's probably more. That seems like just the right kind of change that this rocket needed. Accelerate for a bit. And this does bring up something that I've been pondering a while. I don't know if any of you would have the answer, but I've noticed that Russian rockets have lots and lots of engines. Tons and tons of engines. Engines for days. American rockets tend to use just one big engine. Or a couple of big engines. What is the design decision behind that? I do not know. Still thrusting. It seems like I hit the exact right balance there of keeping the apoaps high and thrusting forward. Okay, that was actually exactly enough to get us into orbit, pretty much. Which, that's fine by my book. That's a proper stage through and through. Okay. Deploy all my stuff. It's good. Except for this thing is upside down, basically. But okay, so getting into geosynchronous orbit's tricky. You have to get uniform circularity at an altitude of 2,863,068,000. It's a very specific number, and I have to look off screen to look at it. So yeah, so actually I really should have put Kerbal Engineer on this, because we're really going to be doing this the old-fashioned way. The old-fashioned way is extremely tedious. Uh, 844. I'll leave it there because it's going to get kicked up a little bit as we deviate off of the trajectory ever so slightly every now and then. Oh god, we're really slow at turning. Oops, should have put a little bit of SAS on this thing. Ever so slow at turning. Probably ever so slow at stopping as well. Not too terribly bad, but certainly not good by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, get this on there. Alright. Get to our destination. Alright. I don't know how we slipped that far off of our direction of burning node, but here we go. Actually, I timed that burn just about exactly right, even though it was kind of unintentional. Monopropellant. So strange that this is a monopropellant engine. Why did they make that decision? It's very strange. Bring it up to like that. Because when I bring this one up, it's going to... Weird, we also need to set the MUN as a target temporarily, because I want to get this all fixed. We need to burn upwards, I do believe. We need to do it very soon, too, so I kind of gotta get this thing turned in the right direction in a hurry. Is that north? I think it is. I think that's what that indicator means. Oh god, it's getting worse. Okay, that's not north. Gotta go to the other side. Oh yeah, I should have just done it from this view. I would have been able to see that a little bit better. slow down now. Come on, get on there. Ugh, overshot. Now we're like really off. Come on. Get it together. There you go. Get it to be 0, 0 roughly. Yeah. Took too long and I messed up a little bit, so it didn't work out very well. This thing needed some SAS control on it, but I has the dumbs. I didn't think of doing it. Okay. Yeah. Get on there. This thing needs so much SAS. Not that more SAS would be realistic. Sure, NASA probes turn even slower than this thing does. They have patience and computers. Well, this is a computer. I'm not a computer when it comes to calculating the arithmetic. Whoops. Accidentally hit my cut all thrust button. See how that one's getting pushed up now? Why aren't you turning? Oh, still had some time acceleration going. Actually, almost out of mile propellant. I don't know about this engine. I don't know if it's more efficient or not. I mean, they really nerfed their part if it isn't. Alright, so not quite there yet, so we're just going to keep burning. See, I have to get really specific now. It's very hard to do this. That's balls to the wall close. There we go, that's it. That's like exactly it. So, like 20 meters off. Which is a very small, very, very small amount. Oh god, I have to completely flip around. Ah! I messed up. Oh, come on. Tiny, tiny bit more speed and it'll be correct. The tiniest amount of speed. Yeeks. And it's a tiny bit too high now, but it's good. It's fine, everything is fine. We're going to point the thing downwards. Whichever downwards decides to be in this. Okay, it's not the right way. Okay, it's this way. Ugh, it takes so long to move this thing when you don't have your freaking don't have enough SAS. Could have put RCS thrusters on it since it actually has RCS fuel. The RCS would have been able to keep it in line. But let's see, let's get to the, not the Periops, but the ascending node. All we're going to do here is eject the thing. So I want to have the minimum impact on my... Ooh, look, it exactly fixed our descending and ascending nodes. And these are pretty much still spot on, so that was perfect. Now it's a little bit more mobile. Actually, it's quite a bit more mobile. See, let's point it towards Kerbal. Yay. Let's right side it up, because it's been really annoying me. Alright. Here we go. Now let's see if the Infernal Robotics work. Oh yeah, and with the new design it actually doesn't clip into things quite as easily. So I can do that, and it's just fine. Very cool. That's what I was trying to do. That's what I tried to do the first time, but didn't have enough fuel. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So let's not revert the flight, because that would be a pain in my ass if I did that on accident. See, there's a change I wanted to make to this spacecraft, if I could remember what it was. I don't remember. Mentioned it in the video even, but I don't remember. I think I wanted to turn it into a prefab or whatever. That doesn't matter. The thing I need to do is I need to rename missions we've launched in the last few games. I really wish you could rename them from here. But you can't. Into them and named vessel. Here's one. Okay. Can also check this one, science. Midlands. Okay, it's not too helpful. Space Center. Okay. Well, this one failed, so it actually doesn't need renamed. I mean, it's semi-successful, but this one actually had the RCS engines. Regular RCS instead of the strange RCS-powered engine. Then the final one, the one we just launched, I should have done it while I was flying it, but I forgot. Oh, I actually need to show you guys what the geosynchronous orbit looks like. It's pretty cool. Vessel, ComSat 2. I'm not going to turn it into ComSat 1. But it goes. Now watch Kerbal underneath us as I time accelerate. We stay in the same spot. It's a little bit harder to tell when you have the cloud mod on, but the surface is not moving underneath us. It's very cool. Super, super, super cool. Space Center. That's all the time we had for this episode, so I hope you all enjoyed, and have a good day.